Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attendance and your service to national security for our country. I'm going to start with Director Patel and then go to Director Gabbard. I'm concerned, like many Americans, about the wide-scale purchase of land, real estate, et cetera, by the Chinese Communist Party or those sanctioned by the party in America, especially those lands proximate to sensitive military sites or sensitive national security sites. Director Patel, I think we can all understand that that could lead to the ease of nefarious activities of numerous sorts. What do you think should be our posture or our policy from a national security standpoint regarding the purchases of these land and the ownership, occupation, utilization, et cetera, by the Communist Party sanctioned use?
Well, Congressman, I appreciate the question, and I'm not going to shape foreign or national policy, but from the FBI perspective, if we had federal statutes to enact criminal allegations and pursue those relating to these matters, we would do so. I agree with you that having CCP actors purchasing large swaths of land next to military installations is a national security issue, a major one, and I would highlight to the American public, we're not allowed to buy farmland in mainland China or in Russia. So I don't know why we let that happen here, but that's a personal matter for me. If I were given more legislation on it, I would love to act on it.
Thank you. Director Gabbard, I'm going to look at, keeping with the same theme, crypto mining by the sanction. Well, you can't crypto mine in China, right? It's outlawed in China. However, of course, we're supportive of crypto. I am in the United States of America, but China's mining in America where they can't mine in China. And in particular, I'm thinking about one site where the mining was occurring close to intercontinental ballistic missiles, and CFIUS was tipped off by Microsoft. And of course, there are actions ongoing. Should the Chinese Communist Party, sanctioned individuals or interests, be allowed to crypto mine near sensitive military or national security sites in the United States of America? And if not, what should we be doing about it?
Thank you for your question, Congressman. I'm not fully aware and up to date on the specific example that you've mentioned, and I'll go and look into that and get back to you further. Right. Absolutely. I look forward to having the conversation with you. Broadly, this is obviously a concern, that any of these activities occurring near or around any of our military sites creates that potential national security risk and the potential for foreign intelligence collection.
I'm hoping it's a priority for everybody on the dais there. It is a priority, I think, for the American people, certainly for me. I want to move on in the time remaining with a related topic, which is the hundreds of incidents by predominantly Chinese students, oftentimes called gate crashers. So this includes the two gentlemen in uniform on the dais. I'm going to kind of point to three events that happened just last year. One in Grayling, Michigan. 5 Chinese students are charged for lying and concealing evidence. One in the University of Minnesota, where a drone flew over Newport News and took pictures of classified information regarding ships and classified systems. And then one at the University of Florida regarding the illicit acquisition and shipment of toxins, biomedical drugs, and research supplies to China. In these cases, or most of these cases, we encounter these people, and then we release these people. As a matter of fact, in the case of Florida, apparently she found out that criminal charges were being prepared, and she dropped out of school, and her whereabouts remain unknown at this point. What should be our posture? Because we're trying to follow up after the fact. We're encountering these people, whether they're gate crashers or whether we catch them conducting this illicit activity. We try and prosecute. That takes a lot of man hours, as you know, Director Patel. Is this the best policy, or is there something better that we can do? I mean, the Immigration Nationality Act of 1952 gives the Secretary of State the authority to revoke visas. But should these people be allowed to come to this country in the first place is the question, and what should our posture be? Anybody?
In terms of the visa issue, I know that the administration is working on a policy, but to directly answer your question, anybody who utilizes the student visa program to come to this country to conduct criminal activity should never be allowed in this country. And anyone that's doing it here in the United States of America from an FBI standpoint will be vigorously investigated and will use the expulsion or criminal process on them.
I yield, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields.